Hello everyone, welcome to AKS main Shikshna free initiative. This is Santosh Koka. Today we will discuss one question. Before that we will check small information. APSc Group 1 English medium classes have been started. Our services including digital classrooms, time-bound completion of syllabus, state level test series and updated study material as well as monthly current affairs magazine. For more information you can call these numbers and know, right? So main Shikshna related subject social justice question for 15th September 2024. Analyze the recent debates on caste based census and its potential implications for policy making and social justice in India. Before going to write our answer, we need to follow our different type of technique here, 3 steps before writing answer. First step is question reading. Within 1 minute we need to identify different question tags and keywords here. So what is the topic here? Caste based census, recently debatable topic, very important topic, right? So here we need to identify different parts. How many parts are there? 2 parts are there. First important thing is analyze, only one part here, sorry. So analyze the recent debates on caste census and its potential implications for policy making and social justice in India. And is one dividable concept here, its potential implications is second part, right? So next, coming to question tags here, analyze is very important question tag. Here we need to focus on providing information including different facts, examples, and also we have some reports, right? And also some indices or index, right? Very important. We need to focus on providing some information, analytical information, right? So means needed to add facts, right? So next, keywords here, recent debates needed to include here. Recent debates means we need to focus on this particular keyword. We need to provide either in the introduction part or in the after introduction part. In the body part only we can start, we can provide some recent debates related information. And also here next, caste based census related potential implications is very most important here. Thing here, because so many aspirants are confusing here. Only potential implications means only challenges. So many aspirants are putting side headings like positive implications or negative implications. Implication means only negative only, right? So we need to write, before going to write the implications part, in between we need to write some positive aspects, not positive implications, right? So for policy making and social justice in India, we need to provide some needed measures before conclusion part. Okay, that is also very important thing here. So finally structure is should be like this here. So first we need to provide first part, significance part, right? Significance. And also second important thing is implications part, right? We need to provide some implications. And next we need to focus on providing here some needed measures, right? Simple structure based on our question, right? So here coming to brainstorming, here within 1 minute we need to focus on including important keywords related to our topic here, right? Basically here we are talking about social justice, but some information related to polity also included here, right? Polity also very important topic here included here, subject, right? So we need to focus on providing some keywords here. For example, when it was recently or in the past when it was happened, caste census we need to focus on, but some basic information also, right? 1931. And also we have some socio-economic caste survey, right? Last done in 2011, right? So some reports we need to add here. World inequality report we can add, right? Our annual status of education report we have, right? 2022. Or we have national sample survey. That is also very important, national sample survey office related report, right? Otherwise we can include recent debates or recent delimitation commission related issues, right? Or we can include some information related to Mandal Commission protests also. Mandal Commission protests very important, right? So otherwise we can include some information related to some acts. We have Personal Data Protection Bill 2023 related to some privacy related issues also we can add here. Otherwise, recent current affairs example related, we have some examples like Bihar and also Odisha we have, right? So recently conducted this census based caste based census, right? So otherwise we can connect our sustainable development goals also in the conclusion part, right? SDG 10, reducing inequality, very very important, right? All these are important information or keywords we need to include it in our answer, right? So next, coming to introduction part here. So by starting our current affairs intro, very important here, current affairs intro means here we need to focus on recent several states including our Bihar and also Odisha, right, recently conducted or initiated their own caste surveys in 2023 itself, right, gathering data on the socio-economic conditions of different states, very very important, different castes, right. So this particular comprehensive caste data since the 1931 was absent, it made it difficult to assess the impact of reservation policies and welfare schemes also. That is the main reason. We can also write this in the particular current affairs part or a static part, right? So otherwise we need to connect with our static background type here. For example, it was last conducted in 1931. We can write those information, or we can connect, or we can give some flow chart, what is the process, past process of caste reservation, etc., right. So 1931 last one, or 2011 we have socio-economic census, right, very very important, right. So otherwise it was criticized for its inaccuracies also, right. This can be written here, given the deeply particular caste inequalities in India. It is essential to start our better social and economic planning according to our caste census, right. We need to connect we need to write a connectivity point in between introduction and in body part also, right. So current affairs introduction plus static, otherwise we can include our body part and introduction part connecting point also, connectivity point also, right. So here significance, as per our structure skeleton of the particular topic here, first need to write some significance of the caste census or recent debates we can write, right. Significance means here pakka positive one, positive points only, right. Addressing social inequalities is first important thing, right. We are addressing by doing this caste based census, we are addressing social inequalities. That is also very important point here, right. So a caste census is very important to measure our socio-economic disparities between different caste groups, especially enabling the government to focus on marginalized sections also. For example, we can take, despite we have constitutional safeguards, already we have groups like SCs or STs, we have, right, SCs, STs, OBCs, right, continue to facing barriers in education or employment or healthcare. For example, we can take World Inequality Report here. Inequality report we can connect here because we are talking about social inequalities here, right. It especially highlighted the social inequalities remain pervasive in India, with caste playing a major role, right. This type of reports or indices need to be connected here. Otherwise we have second important point here, efficient resource allocation, also very important. Resource allocation is very important significance part according to our caste based census here. For example, we have, by understanding the socio-economic conditions of different castes, targeted interventions in education, health and employment can be made, right. For example, here we can talk about or include NSSO, National Sample Survey Office, right, very important. It already indicated that unemployment rates were disproportionately higher among lower castes, right, very important. So otherwise, in the third part we can connect here, improving affirmative action policies. Here we need to focus on policy based actions here, right. So for example, revising the quota system to reflect the current demographic distribution is very much important according to caste census base also. In particularly we can talk about here, for example, in Bihar, especially in 2023 only it was initiated, right. So here caste based or caste survey was intended to guide policies on reservation and better resource distribution for backward classes, showing the potential to broader applications across India, right? From Bihar, then Odisha. After that, we have Andhra Pradesh also, very good, very important example, right? So all these are very much recent examples. Next, coming to our here, we need to provide some advantages also, right? So before going to tell potential implications here means negatives, we need to connect here some flow, need to follow flow or continuity, right? We need to focus on providing positives. Advantages, for example, we have advantages. What is the important from caste census here? What is the benefit from caste census? Accurate data for welfare scheme. We can get accurate data, that is very important here. Accurate data we can get, right? So for example, here we can talk about some schemes. If we availability of caste data will allow more accurate targeting of all welfare schemes. For example, we have Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, we have midday meal scheme, right? Midday meal scheme we have. So caste based data can ensure that benefits reach the most deprived communities here, right? From among these schemes especially. For example, SC and ST students continue to lag behind in education due to structural inequalities nowadays, right? As per we have annual status of education report we have in 2022 that was given like this. SC and ST students continue to lag behind the education part, right? Structural inequalities here we need to focus on. Next important thing is enhanced social mobility is very important. Social mobility, that is pause to note here. So here, so reducing the gaps in access to opportunities like higher education and employment is very much important advantage here. So it help improve the design of skill development programs for marginalized castes especially, right? Social mobility or enhancing or strengthening social mobility is very important. With accurate caste data, social welfare programs can focus on reducing these gaps, right? So next, coming to our third important advantage is informed political representation. That is also very important. Political representation, right? So here very much important thing is political parties often advocate caste based policies without actual data to back their claims. That is very important here. For example, we can take Lok Sabha elections, right? Even Lok Sabha and state assemblies, for instance, delimitation commission what we have in 23 was criticized for not considering updated caste data in the reallocation of seats especially, right? Delimitation commission also we can add here, right? Otherwise, we need to focus on our main crux of the important topic. This question is potential implications, right? So that means challenges or negatives. Potential implications, here we need to focus on providing some information here. Deepening caste divides, whatever we have still we have some divides, right? Then it will elaborate or deepen these caste divides by following this caste based census, right? For example, we can tell about Mandal Commission protests. Mandal Commission protests already happened in 1990s, right? So that is also very important example of how caste based policies can ignite social unrest here. Next important thing is misuse of data for political gains. That is also very important here. Political gains will maximize this misuse, right? Because manipulated for political advantage. It can be manipulated for political advantage. Further, it will polarize the society, right? So it already seen during elections where caste groups are mobilized to secure votes, right? For example, we have SCCC 2021 data, right? So faced criticism for inaccuracies, raising concerns about the potential misuse of caste census data especially. For example, we can talk about this particular political gains, right? Next important thing is administrative burden and cost. Here we can talk about administrative burden and cost here. That is negative impact only, political potential implication, right? So for example, we can talk about implementation of whatever we have SCCC, Socioeconomic Caste Survey 2020 2011 had faced delays due to its complex methodology, which could pose a challenge again, right? If we follow same caste based census, it will be a administrative burden or cost, right? Allocating some funds for a large scale survey might divert these resources. That is most recent needed measure here that can be written next part, right? So in the fourth section we can talk about risk of social fragmentation. Whatever we have risk from potential implications, here we can talk about additionally risk of social fragmentation, because the public disclosure of caste data could fragment communities further. We have caste, subcaste, right? Subcaste, it can be divided subcaste, like that, right? Caste based hierarchies and discrimination will be happen by the following social fragmentation, right? So this was all these are very important potential implications, right? Next we need to provide some solutions here. Needed measures, right? Needed measures are very important. Before writing our conclusion part, we need to focus on providing some solutions to our problems or challenges, right? Here first important thing is ensuring data accuracy. That is very important. Data need to be very accurate, right? So the government must ensure that the data collection process is transparent. Here transparently should happen the election particular data collection process, and also accurate, to avoid whatever we have previous discrepancies or inaccuracies, right? Like those reported in SCCC 2011, for example, right? So next we have needed measures, legislative safeguards for privacy, right? Very important legislative safeguards for privacy, especially we need to focus on. We can talk about this particular issue. Caste census involves sensitive data and privacy concerns must be addressed, right? Enacting our data protection laws, such as what we have Personal Data Protection Bill 2023, here we can talk about, we can connect this particular keyword here, right? It would help secure the privacy of individuals and also communities during and after a census. Finally, we can talk about our careful use of data for policy making, especially we are going to make some policies, right? So government authorities, so it promote inclusivity rather than deepen caste divides by following some data, uniform data, or to form a policies here, right? The government should ensure that the data is used in a manner that advances social justice. Very important, right? Social justice without strengthening social fragmentation, right? So these are the needed measures before conclusion. So in the conclusion part, we can connect 1 to 1.5 futuristic note. In the futuristic note, every time if we follow above measures, we can achieve something, right? So here the target we can connect here is SDG 10. Whatever we have, reducing our inequalities. Very important. Inequalities, very important here, right? Ensuring that all citizens, regardless of caste, enjoy equal opportunities for growth and prosperity. That is very important thing we are connecting, right? So this is the perfect approach and structure according to our demand of the question, right? Let's check today's answer written by Suresh. Recently, Bihar government conducted caste based survey. We started with our current affairs introduction. Very good. And also first census was conducted in 1931 and after independence 2011. All these particular static data also included. Very much good static also. Next part, Rohini Commission was formed to subcategorize OBCs. That is also included. Very good commission. And also Indira Sahwani case also included here. Very good. So Article 340 of the Constitution mandated to appoint committee to investigate socio-economic conditions of backward communities. Very good. Presently, only SC/ST caste enumeration only conducted by central government. Though it conducted all communities caste-based census in 2011, it was not made available to public. That is also good point. Finally, implications. Government can formulate policies and programs effectively so as to reach marginalized communities here, right? Very good point. Implications, these are implications, means here we need to put an heading like positive or advantages. Positive impacts or advantages, right? Benefits we can talk about, right? So not implications. Implications means that is related to challenges or issues, right? Government can formulate policies and programs effectively so as to reach marginalized communities. It is benefit, right? Positive, right? We need to put an heading like not implications. Implications means only some negative sentence, negative word, right? Can provide reservation to who are most deprived of particular reservations. Very good. Right to equity will be ensured. Inclusiveness and trust towards government. Very good. So negative implications, good. Potential implications or negative implications we can write here. So as per our question asked, based on caste census, many communities may assume or assurance government to provide reservations. For example, Gujars we have Kapus, right? It will face SC to extend limit to 50% ceiling. It will strengthen caste-based system. That is also negative impact here. Lot of complexity in the caste census, right? Spirits of main caste and different status, right? It will become political agenda. That is also very important. Vote bank politics will strengthen, right? It will lead to particular disintegration, right? Very good. Nation disintegration, also nation disintegration. Very good point. At the time we are trying for casteless society, caste based census may retard this progress and will disintegrate the nation. Instead of caste based census, categorization and state level socio anthropological expert committee may be formed to reach out the marginalized communities to ensure social justice. That is the conclusion part here. Some needed measures also included here, but you can talk about separately measures here. Suggestions or needed measures separately we can put an heading. So from the above answer here, good first part. In the particular, after completing this introduction part, it can be included as some subheading here, side heading. We need to provide some side headings because examiner should know should get some clarity by seeing that particular content here. So no need to focus on each and every particular words, right? Here sentences are words. So here missed some headings according to the demand of the question. We can talk about here caste based census related issues or significance, right? So next, coming to implications part here, not implications, positives or advantages. Next here, good implications written well. So otherwise we can include some important information here. So other than whatever we have SCCC 2021 already included, but we can talk about some inequality issues. We can relate with some reports or commissions, recommendations, etc. We have already world inequality report, we have annual status of education report, we have national sample survey office report, we have all these are very important needed measures, right? Important keywords, right? Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and midday meal schemes, certain schemes can be included here because positive say lines, right? So we have delimitation commission, right? That is also very important. We have Mandal Commission protests. Also we have personal data protection bill that can be included in the needed measures here, right? That is also very important. Data protection bill 2023, right? All these are needed to include here except these particular important keywords. Otherwise everything okay. Here some needed measures also missed. Some approach means by following some keywords as giving some headings, that was missed here. Approach, that means approach according to question only. We need to create our approach, we need to organize our answer according to the demand of the question, right? So you are starting, right? Just started writing answers previously 2 to 3 days back started. No need to worry, you will improve day by day. Okay, so finally for this answer we can give 5 out of 10 marks. Very good. So good attempt. Okay, keep it up. So next, main Shikshna free initiative day 68, question for 16th September 2024. Examine the challenges faced by the smart cities mission in achieving its objectives. What measures can be taken to enhance urban governance in India? For example, here we have taken the subject governance, very important here. Smart cities mission, already we have discussed it in certain keywords. This particular smart cities mission used in certain keywords in the earlier discussed questions, right? So very important. Write your answers and upload in the AKS app. Thank you very much. All the very best.